StruGod, I'm on my back, dog. Hey, what up YouTube? It's your boy man. I'm back with another video, and on this one we're going to be reacting on the videos that really actually keep me up at night, because they actually do, you know what I mean? So instead of like me spending so much time on YouTube binge watching these videos by myself, yeah, I'm laughing because we're gonna binge watch them together. That's why, you know, we're family, bro. Like, we gotta do this, you know? Like, you know that thing, like, if I send you reels and you don't send me reels, we not bros? Yeah, that's the thing. Right now, instead of me sending you reels and, like, you know what I mean? We're gonna do this together. We're gonna enjoy this and just, but this one is about conspiracy theories, because I love conspiracies, though. Like, I would sit for hours just like going through like the Nephilims and all that. Like, yo, it blows my mind all the time. But anyway, let's get down to this video, man. I talk too much sometimes, but you know it's your boy, so we back, baby. Let's get it.
What about Prince?
Man, Prince had it coming. The devil came and collected, period.
Prince had it coming, the devil came and collected.
Bro, you see, this nigga's not even laughing, bro, but they're laughing. They think like he's lying.
What was he collecting?
His nigga, what he signed? What did they sign over?
Oh, so you're saying that Prince signed a
I'm
deal?
not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm telling you facts. I'm not
Okay.
saying. I'm telling you facts. I'm telling you straight facts. He knew what he was doing when he was pacing.
Pacing.
Man, he was pacing outside. What was it? Walmart or Target? Come on, man. You gotta look at that shit. That nigga know.
Bro, they got some receipts, dog. They got some receipts, dog. Damn.
Yeah, but wasn't he outside? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, people know when it's time.
Why would Prince go to Walmart?
That part.
That part.
Why would Kardashians get robbed? That part.
Kim Kardashian's Paris robber doesn't feel guilty about robbing her. The gang's actually blaming her. Vice met up with this man. He was part of the robbery in the Grandpa gang. All men above the age of 60, they were the one in charge of the Kim Kardashian 2016 Paris heist. The interviewer asked if he knew who Kim Kardashian was, and he said no, he knows who Kanye is.
You don't find that suspicious?
My dude.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
He said he saw the episode where
You don't find that suspicious? Huh? You don't find that suspicious? And the occasion was auspicious. That's why they robbed her. I just had to do that. I just had to do that.
she dropped the diamond in the ocean from the Kardashians, and he thought she was a perfect target because she doesn't care about her money at all. He said since she was throwing away money, he was just there to collect it. The interviewer asked if he felt guilty. He said, nope, I don't care. The interviewer then asked if he thinks that she is now living in fear, and said yeah, he expects her to be traumatized.
It's the abnormal shit that, you know, I'm like, you know, Dave Chappelle, I put together the dots and shit that shouldn't be put together. You know what I mean?
So you think it's a conspiracy?
Nah, I ain't conspiracy. It is what it is. Them niggas getting over it. The same thing they been doing.
Yeah. I don't know though. I mean, staging a robbery?
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Are you a Mason or something?
No.
Bro, there's a lot of things that these people, like, they do stage, bro. Like, some of them, they're so unbelievable that even if you tell somebody, like, yo, do you believe that this thing was staged? They'll be like, yo, hell no. That was not staged. Especially with whatever that is going on right now in the Middle East, right? Because there's something that I heard about the Gaza thing, right? Like the what you call this, Israel and the Gaza and the Palestine and all that. Like, if you tell somebody that that whole thing was orchestrated just for that, so that everybody would be all over the place, like, no one will believe you, dog. Like, nobody wants to believe that it's a game for other people. You know, all this, it's a game for other people. Like, it's crazy.
He's staging a robbery?
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Are you a Mason or something?
No.
Okay, well, I'm telling you what I'm telling you.
He just confirmed that he is a Mason. He just confirmed it, dog. Listen.
I don't know. Are you a Mason or something?
No.
Okay, well, I'm telling you what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can run from the situation or question the truth, or you can take.
Nigga just confirmed that he is a Mason. He confirmed But oh, I'm out of data right now. That's why I'm like, freezing and all that. I need to reboot.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can either you can run from the situation or question the truth, or you can take that like everybody else over here. There's some real niggas they laughing. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? It just makes sense. You know what I mean? In certain shit just make. I'm not gonna put nothing on nobody or try to throw nothing on nobody that don't make sense. Or you know what I'm saying? If it stick, then goddamn it, look. If it stick, then you must have quit.
Right. If it don't fit.
Yeah. I said if it stick. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want them to say, yeah, if it stick, then you must have quit, goddamn it.
Okay.
Remember, Prince died at age of 57 who from an accidental fentanyl overdose. Oh, you died from fentanyl overdose.
Man, yeah, I don't want them to say, yeah, if it stick, then you must have quit, goddamn it.
Okay.
The FBI is allegedly investigating Jay-Z and Roc Nation for their connection to Prince and his passing away. Now, if you guys don't know a lot about Prince, he spent a good chunk of his career fighting for the rights to his music, fighting to be in control of his own music, and fighting to have artistic power. After he got through with his battle, everything finally settled down and he felt free. Well, Tidal contacted him and they wanted to do a deal. He signed his deal with them. Everything seemed fine, except Jay-Z, Tidal, and Roc Nation wanted more from him. After signing with Tidal, they allegedly wanted him to give up his whole catalog and let them get all rights to his music. That's fucking crazy. While Prince spent time at Tidal, he said that he realized that Tidal was doing very crooked things and they almost were entrapping artists just how they used to back in the day. Allegedly, he was snooping around, he was asking a lot of questions that made the wrong people uncomfortable. He found out about a slew of stolen music, he found out about stolen ideas, he found out about silenced artists. So they wanted to silence him. I think it's really sad because Jay-Z presented Tidal as for the people, but all it did was fuck over the people. I know y'all remember when Jay-Z was first rolling out Tidal and all the artists he had involved. I mean, he had Nicki Minaj and Beyonce do that concert. He had plenty of artists promote the platform. They were baiting people to join and saying they were going to make them execs of the company and never did, allegedly. I think it's also really sad because Prince probably really trusted Jay-Z at first because of the amount of time he's been in the industry and he probably saw him as a peer.
The industry.
Damn, bro, this nigga is talking so fast. He's talking so fast. Am I the only one like was just like, okay, it's like he's really trying to convince me, like, you know what I mean? The way he's talking, he's really talking so fast.
Probably really trusted Jay-Z at first because of the amount of time he's been in the industry and he probably saw him as a peer.
The industry has now discovered Kanye West as a new target.
These rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts.
Kanye has been outspoken against the pervasive greed in the music business. Artists are viewed as cattle by executives and record producers who merely depend on them to generate songs and earn money. They treat artists like property and overwork them. Also, Kanye has frequently complained about how unfair it is to the artists, and Prince's final remarks confirm him in the end. In the music business, production corporations prevail. The rights to the music that their artists produce belong to them. When and where the music is played are decisions they make. Kanye publicly tweeted this information, which infuriated all the music industry officials. When you sign a music deal, you sign away your rights. Without the masters, you can't do anything with your own music. Someone else controls where it's played and when it's played.
You know, it's so weird how they actually created masters. You know, especially in this day and age, like somebody say, yo, I need to have a masters of my album. So I don't know if you didn't know. Actually, this is what I didn't know. I learned this like a couple of months ago, that how they created a master, right? So they would record something on a computer, and then after they record everything in the computer, like, you know, they would have like copies of that, like the good copy, the bad copy, and whatever copy that they have, right? And then what they would do is they would put that on a CD or on a USB, or on a tape or whatever, but it has to only have one copy, and they will delete everything from the system. So you have only one copy. Anything that has to be remade has to be remade from that one particular copy, which is insane. You know? So that is a master's. I didn't know. I don't want to lie to you and claim that I knew that. I didn't. So now you know if you didn't know. But if you knew, yeah, shout out to you.
Masters, you can't do anything with your own music. Someone else controls where it's played and when it's played. Artists have nothing except fame, touring, and merchandise. Kanye believes that the artists themselves are to blame for being complacent with the system that seeks to exploit them.
No, actually, nah. The system is not really out to exploit them, because like when you get into the game, you're hungry. You're hungry. You just want to make a buck. You just want to feed your family. You want to take your mom from the hood. You want to buy a house for your mother. So all these things, like, it's not like that, really. It's not.
Artists are merely lining the wallets of those who don't give a damn about them by remaining silent about this injustice. He stated, "We've gotten comfortable with not having what we deserve." He continued, "They allow us to have a little money from touring, get some gold chains, some alcohol, some girls, and fake numbers that feed our..."
Yeah, and some tunes are fake. I remember this other dude, Snoop Dogg gave him a necklace, not a necklace, a chain that had like a tap on it here, like, a record tap, like a cassette, right? It had a cassette on here, and he said that shit was fake. I forgot where I don't know where to find that video, but when I find it, I'm gonna clip it right here. But if I don't find it, yeah, just look for it. Snoop Dogg gifted a dude with a necklace on a music video that had like a clip that had a tape on it, you know what I mean, as a pennon, something like that.
Have a little money from touring, get some gold chains, some alcohol, some girls, and fake numbers that feed our egos. But we don't own our masters. Even in his interviews, Kanye has made a note of how crazy it is for music labels to have total power over musicians. He stated, "Currently, artists take advance payments to make records, and yet when they repay those advances, the record company still owns the records. Imagine a bank lending you money to buy a house, and then when you've repaid that mortgage, them telling you they still own it." Kanye realized he
that's
was the only
crazy.
one who could bring about the change he desired because no one else would dare stand up to this mob. This stance earned him the enmity of every major player in the music business, including Universal Studios and other powerhouses. But he is prepared to fight this war for the sake of his children and future generations of artists. Adding, "Everyone at Universal and Vivendi, please understand that I will do everything in my legal power and use my voice until all artists' contracts are changed, starting with getting my masters for my children. I will not stop. I promise you I'm petty and very personal." All of Kanye's claims have already been made before by none other than the legendary Prince. Prince's comments validate Kanye's experience as an artist oppressed by the industry's elite, disproving his claims that he is a paranoid fantasist. Prince was not shy about complaining that his record labels were stealing his money. After a while, he stopped having record labels record his albums and started doing it on his own in his studio, but the record labels didn't like this independence. They demanded a cut of Prince's earnings at all times. When Prince was initially starting out,
So I think this was the birth of like how everyone right now has like a bedroom studio, you know what I mean? Because like they started to notice that if you can actually record your own music at home and make bangers, dog. And a lot of people actually like got famous like that. Even like right now, yeah, I don't want to name names, but I know a couple of people who are famous from like just making music from their bedroom.
they
But I've never been in their bedrooms, just to put it out there.
demanded a cut of Prince's earnings at all times. When Prince was initially starting out, he was forced to sign contracts with these corporations that had unreasonable terms and conditions. He did all
Because
the
he
work
was
alone, but
hungry.
had to give the music industry the bulk of his earnings. To his credit, Prince kept trying to find a middle ground. He considered doing work for the businesses again if the terms of these contracts were altered. However, the music industry bosses' avarice led them astray. They were completely unwilling to give anything more than a token. Not only for himself, but for everyone, Prince hoped the system would eventually shift. Every single artist in existence was being mistreated by the current system, and the only way out was to fight it. Kanye wants to fix the system, but Prince wanted to completely destroy it. It appears that even this little request is too much to make in the current system, but there is a steep price to pay for telling the truth. If Prince kept up his antics, the entire music industry hierarchy would be in jeopardy. That's why the industry bigwigs in music want
I'm laughing right now because I've never listened to any of Prince's songs. If I say I have, maybe I would have listened to it in passing and I didn't know that that was Prince. But I know like he's one of like the greatest musicians of all time. I haven't listened to his music like I have listened to Michael Jackson. I know that he was a dope artist. But how dope? I don't know. But I've always been interested in how he moved. You know, I've watched his interviews. I've watched all of those all interviews and all that. But I've never listened to his music. I'm gonna try, but I'm lying. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not even gonna try. I'm just interested in his life story. I'm being honest, bro. I don't want to lie, man. Like, yeah, I'm a fan of his life. I'm not a fan of his music, to be honest. Yeah, let's
to
get
quiet
back.
him, and they ultimately were. The overdose of fentanyl led to Prince's unexpected death. The drugs found in Prince's system were not prescribed to him, and he was not a drug addict. A statement made by the prosecutor to the media indicated that this was a very rare occurrence. In all likelihood, Prince had no idea he was taking a counterfeit pill that could kill him. Others around Prince also likely did not know that the pills were counterfeit containing fentanyl. Given Prince's dedication to equality and liberation, his untimely demise raises even more questions than it answers. Is it possible that he was gagged to protect the music industry exec's bank accounts? Before his death, Prince left some pretty strange posts online. The caption of his final post read, "Just when you thought you were safe." He appeared to be aware of his impending death just before he departed. When he was last seen, he advised his followers, "Wait a few days before you waste your prayers on me."
But to be honest, I think Prince was a beautiful man, dog. Nah, bro, like no, yo, no Diddy, dog, but yo, Prince was a beautiful man. Look at this name, nah, bro. And he's straight, just to make it worse. Like he's straight, right? And he looks like this. Anyway, I don't know if he was straight or not. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. But I think maybe he was. Let me see. I'm gonna Google that. Was no, I'm a AI that. Let's just call you Emperor. Was Prince queer or part of the LGBTQ community? Let's find out. I don't know. Or they say Prince was never publicly identified as queer or LGBTQ, while he's what androgynous style and lyrics challenge the gender norms. His documented romantic life was exclusively with women. Oh, he wasn't, so he was straight, and he was looking amazing. Let's get it.
Although Prince is no longer with us, our battle for fairness continues. Every musician in the world now has a fresh reason to believe in their career because of Kanye. He's being portrayed as a madman when, in truth, he only wants to get paid what he's worth for his songs. Moreover, he understands the cost of honesty. Kanye has been vocal about how black musicians are being targeted for assassination and how Prince's death was planned. They were Prince's final remarks, and they proved Kanye right. Yet, Kanye has learned a valuable lesson from the treatment of artists like Prince and Michael Jackson by the music industry. To put it simply, he is taking all necessary precautions. The music industry tried to get him on lithium, but he refused. The music industry executives basically wanted to manage Kanye by painting him in an unrealistic light, and this was their laziest plan to do it. They might simply dismiss what Kanye says is false if they believed he was under the influence of his mental health medications. Kanye is well aware of the dangers to his own life and career. He's well aware that the mafia he's up against has already killed off famous musicians like Michael Jackson and Prince. In addition, people are beginning to realize that Kanye is telling the truth. All of Prince's advocacy and pursuit of the truth wasn't for naught. One supporter voiced concern over the mistreatment these musicians have received by saying, no, they would rather steal Kanye's damn name. The guy has to call himself Ye, because they own Kanye. That's not right. Prince had to name himself the artist just to get away. Michael Jackson was about to own half of
Oh, so that's why, yeah, that's why Kanye West changed from Kanye West to Yeah, because Prince changed, took up Prince, and then he was like, I'm just an artist, dog. I'm learning.
Sony Records when his contract was up with them. Wake up. Some who first disagreed with Kanye are now beginning to understand the validity of his points. To be honest, if the music industry execs were so open and moral, they wouldn't have kept the details of their contracts under wraps.
I did not realize that you can quite literally draw a direct line from Prince to Michael Jackson to Ye, and then now to Justin Bieber and the things that they have been.
Hey man, the story of Justin Bieber is sad. I'm not laughing, but I'm like, yes. Nah, man, Justin Bieber's story is so sad, man.
To Michael Jackson, to Ye, and then now to Justin Bieber and the things that they have been saying and what they are trying to do now. I did not grow up in a Prince household beyond a couple of his major hits, namely Raspberry Beret and When Doves Cry. So when he died on April 21st of 2016, at the very young age of 57, I did not venture to look beyond the media headlines in terms of that story. Well, I'm just learning he was constantly at war with the executives at the record labels. And I want to show you this clip of him discussing how he viewed record labels. This is from 2004. Take a listen.
Ever since my third album, I wasn't really taking large advances from the recording companies. I was recording the albums myself in my own studio. So the way I looked at it,
look at how she's looking at Prince, bro. She's like, she's drooling.
I owned the work because I paid for it. And I did all the work. I created it, so I felt like it should belong to me. That said, the companies felt otherwise. And they would always hold this contract up and say, well, you signed it. And I say, well, I understand that. It's not like I want to leave. I just want to, you know, talk about this thing and see if we can't make it more fair. Of course, they wouldn't change, because if they change, they wouldn't really exist. If they're going to be indeed a delivery service, then that's fine. But even FedEx doesn't say that they own the thing that they ship, you know, right?
Whoa. So, wait. Think about this. He said even FedEx, they don't claim that they own the things that they ship. Bro, there's something there. I don't know what it is, but there's something there.
The thing that they ship, you know, right?
Actually, such an interesting point that I had never even thought of. Like, how did the record labels just decide they own your voice? They should be operating like FedEx. Like, we can distribute your music, but you don't own the thing that you are distributing, similar to FedEx. He also discussed very early on something that we now know to be quite intentional when we think of.
Wait, I'm coming up with another conspiracy right now, right? So America is called a federal government. No, I'm lying. What is the federal? Yeah, it is a federal government. Damn, let me do this, dog. AI is the best thing. Is America government called the federal government? Yes, I'm right. Right. And then, so the federal government, okay, is it also called the Fed? It is also called the Fed. No? Oh, the Fed is the nickname of the federal government. It's not a nickname of the federal government. It refers to specifically a Federal Reserve. Oh, so right. I'm getting somewhere. So the Fed, it is the federal government, right? No. It is the financial system. Come on, man. The Federal Reserve, like the banking system of America, is called the Federal Reserve, which is the Fed, right? So, yeah. So, I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if it's clear or not. Yeah, it's not gonna be clear, but yeah, just AI it by yourself. Alright, so think about this. I'm getting somewhere. Yeah, I'm cooking. Let's see if I'm cooking or not. So the Fed X. So the X Fed. I'm trying to cook nothing, bro. This kitchen is dry. Let's get back to the video.
About the MK Ultra program, but just the degeneration of music over time. Like, you know, people were playing instruments, people had these nice themes that they were singing about, and suddenly there was this radical shift, and music has become increasingly more raunchy and more pornographic. Well, he was early to that game, and here's what he had to say to MTV News about that degeneration. Take a listen.
What was it that you were listening to in music today that made you say, I've got to put some more stuff out there? You have to do this.
Mainly I sensed a great deal of negativity and entropy in the music.
That's true, bro, but hey, god damn, bro, this nigga is beautiful, dog. Man, I aspire to look like this, bro. I need to change, bro. look at this nappy hair, dog. Like I gotta look nice, dog. I think in a couple of months I gotta like rebrand myself. Like I look like Prince, bro. This nigga is beautiful, dog. I don't wanna lie. And like you know what excites me is the fact that he's straight and he looks beautiful like that, bro. Just like they say, King Solomon. No. Yeah, it's King Solomon was beautiful. Let's confirm that, bro. Beauty of AI. Is there part? Is there a part in the Bible that say King David or King Solomon was beautiful? Between the two, I forgot which one is it. Yes. I told you your boy knows some stuff. See? Yes, the Bible explicitly described King David as handsome. Uh yo, I said beautiful, not handsome. Okay, with beautiful and when Samuel anoints it. Wait. With beautiful eyes. I don't know which version of the Bible claims he was beautiful. Which version of the Bible claims that he was beautiful, not handsome? I've read it before that, yeah, you can actually say a man is beautiful in the Bible. Several classic word beautiful describe. Yeah, several classic and Catholic translations explicitly use the word beautiful to describe David's overall appearance. Told you. Huh, told you. Yeah, I've read this in the Bible that you can actually say a man is beautiful if he's looking like Prince like this. Look at this. This is a beautiful man. Yeah, I'm handsome. For me, I'm handsome, but for him, he's beautiful. God damn it. I took a long time saying another man is beautiful. Yo, if it's true, it's true. Let's not lie. Let's not lie to each other like we don't see or we don't have eyes, and because of whatever the situation that is going on right now around the world. Like dude, I'm a straight dude. I can say that. Actually, over explaining yourself, it just makes it it makes it more weird. God damn. Let me stop talking, bro.
There's a disintegration going on that we really have to address. Our values have been lessened to a great degree. VH1's
That's
been
true.
pretty cool. They don't show too much craziness on their channel.
That's
but
true.
Other Viacom channels do. So I think that we should address this as a community as to what it's doing to the culture. People can say all they want to, that there's no reason for these kids to listen to music and then go shoot somebody. But, there's something that's triggering these buttons.
Just incredible because, like I'm just telling you, this is the first time that I've ever heard this because I didn't follow Prince in his musical career. And I
Same
just
here.
can't believe that he was having this exact same discussion that we know Michael Jackson was having and then Ye was having. And just to show this to you again, I know I showed it to you on Thursday. Let's just listen to what Michael Jackson was saying about these same record labels.
Record companies really, really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can, especially the black artists. Sony, Tommy Mottola. Tommy Mottola is the president of the record division. He is a mean, he's a racist.
Yo, somebody once told me that Michael Jackson actually had a bass voice when he was not like in public. You speak like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but when he's in public, you speak like this, like, Tony Montana or Tony Montana, talk like that. But like, yeah, not Tony Montana.
Division. He is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very, very, very devilish.
Here is Ye and what he had to say in 2022.
We can't just say, oh, it's okay for people to like super complicate deals and to collude on deals and to not look at us as human beings, as artists and athletes and actors, that we have to be willing to like stand up for that to be able to change something. And we need to come together as a society to be the first civilization that actually became civil.
Gosh, it all sounds so reasonable, right? When you hear it like that, but that's not what the media tells us about these people. I mean, when you start speaking like that as an artist or as a podcaster or as somebody who's within any kind of contract, suddenly the media comes down on you hard. And like we said, wacko dacko. Here's a collage of some headlines. Here's Justin Bieber, a recent collage of the headlines that are coming at him right now. And I think the message is pretty clear. If they cannot control you, they will ruin you. So I started thinking over this weekend.
If they cannot control you, they will ruin you. Yes, let's get it.
And what if we just stopped for 1 second accusing all of these artists of being crazy, and instead we started actually investigating some of the things that they've been saying?
I think once I started writing Slave on my face, I pretty much knew the outcome. I mean, you have to understand that that word on one's face pretty much changes the dynamic of any meeting that you're in when they see it.
And how did people react to you when they did see it?
Well, the record company didn't really say too much. They just kind of, all right, what's the business at hand today? And that was it.
So in your opinion, I think I heard you say this, wasn't you or somebody else, Diddy was a black version of Epstein?
Oh, absolutely. But worse than that, these people all work together. All of them. I said it on Pierce. It's very simple. Epstein, Weinstein, Kelly, Combs, Carter, Davis, Ivy, Grange, Mottola. Like, I'm...
Tony Motola, the one what you call the king of pop, Michael Jackson. I just had to do that, you know what I mean? Call him the king of pop, and then I go back and say Michael Jackson. If you saw, you saw. If you hear, you hear. Okay, I talk too much for nonsense. All right, cool. Michael Jackson said he's a devil, not him, but like Tony Motola. God damn. Bruh, this world is crazy.
Grange, Mottola, like I'm... I could give you the whole list of gatekeepers. What don't y'all understand? First things first, I'm gonna tell you where the whole shit is wrong. When it comes to talent, that is a God-given gift.
Okay.
It doesn't belong to us. It was given to us from source. And guess what? It was given for free. Not one of us who are gifted on this planet have ever had to sign a contract with God for permission to use our gift.
Amen.
Ever. But you got to sign a whole lot of contracts with the devil. Oh, shit. A whole lot of contracts. Contract for everything with the devil. Contract for your life. Contract for your death. Contract for what you believe in. Contract to not believe in what you believe in. Better yet, pay you double if you say some shit you know is bullshit. Push it. Sell it. Make it work.
Hey man, I'ma got it right here, dog. Like, yo, this whole thing was crazy for me. A lot of things that I didn't know I had to learn, and I know I had to talk my talk like in between. But like, you get what I'm trying to say, like. That's what happens when you're watching those things. Like, you watch these videos, you get in your emotion, you get like some ideas, and it kind of like keeps you on the loop, like thinking about something, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, listen. Don't get convinced that everything that you hear online, it is true. It's just like a heads up. Like, think about it. Be open-minded to all these things. Don't believe it, but just be open-minded that there is a sense of truth in it somehow. So it is what it is, man. I'll see you on the next one, and hope that you enjoyed this video. It's all love from me to you, and all I gotta say right now is I'm out.
StruGod, I'm on my bad, dog.